As parents, there are two things we want for our children above all else. First, we want them to be well, happy, fulfilled, and generally excited about life. Second, we want them to be able to be well-positioned and well-adjusted to navigate our ever-evolving world. So, every day we put millions of young people onto buses like this one, bound for buildings filled with desks and chairs where bells govern a tight schedule. Here, they will listen to teachers and write tests to satisfy a government curriculum that still measures the same sorts of skills as it did in the 1800s. The world is changing at a pace that few of us can predict, but that all of us can feel. For those of us who are parents, this often results in anxiety and concern, knowing we are sending our children into the future to work jobs that haven't yet been invented for organizations that don't yet exist. Thought leaders from around the world are devising new models of education to better prepare children for the future and to foster their unique talents. One effective model that's quickly rising to the surface allows for students to explore what matters to them and to learn in a personalized fashion.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and this is Tom, and we're Rethink Thinking. As parents ourselves, we share many of the same concerns that you do, which is why we're asking for your support in raising $220,000 to launch the next leading-edge middle school right here in Victoria, BC this fall.
And while we're at it, a completely modular system so that we can support others doing the same in their own communities. The education model that we're so excited about is called inquiry learning.
What's different about the inquiry model, we're actually taking people through very deeper learning activities to get at the heart of why they're passionate about a topic or an area of interest, and they discover or create their own knowledge.
The inquiry-based education model focuses on strengths, not weaknesses, competencies, not curriculum, and personal growth, not test scores. There are no teachers and no students, only learners.
I feel very confident about our daughter's future. She's really learning how to develop as a human being, and she's learning about things that really interest her.
My daughter has thrived in the community she belongs to now. She's allowed to be fully herself.
Well, inquiry learning means I have the freedom to work on what I want. I'm still completing the curriculum, but it also means I can go more in depth in some subjects.
It's a great learning environment. And the inquiry model specifically is, you do what you love what you do. You do projects and inquiries on whatever your interest is. And in many cases, that leads people to their future jobs.
I personally didn't really get anything done in the public school education system. And I found that being here, I really sort of found this motivation that I didn't really know I had.
The inquiry learning model sees students graduating high school with the same accreditation they would receive at any other school, and more importantly, with pivotal 21st century competencies like fluid communication skills, initiative, confidence, and a clear sense of purpose.
I'm working on a Harry Potter camp. There's going to be about 80 kids there.
Teaching myself how to code.
A generations study.
A lot of science.
Learning Japanese and applying to go on an exchange for 10 months.
Learning German.
A robotics project.
Painting, I've been doing oil painting.
I made 2 albums in the past 2 years.
Pointillism.
I'm teaching myself Blender, which is a 3D modeling program.
Acrylic for a while.
Actually, I taught Japanese here for a while.
But I'm on the robotics team.
Stick and poke tattoos.
I just finished up a really big project where I made 3 costumes.
Physics and kinematics courses, trigonometry, the gene editing code, Ohm's law.
I feel like what we're doing is the perfect way to prepare people for a world that we really don't know how it's going to unfold next. We would rather have people learning how to think, how to analyze a situation and make a decision, rather than learning a recipe using ingredients that might not exist in 5 years or 10 years.
If you're curious and want to know more, we're holding frequent parent information sessions. And for details, check out the links below.
I hope we've conveyed why we're so committed to expanding inquiry learning, and that you're as excited about this new school as we are. Thank you for your interest in our vision and for joining us as we rethink thinking.